In this video, we're basically asking which of the following options has the same value as 4% of 84. And so the first thing we need to remember is that usually, not always, but if we see the word of, it's going to be multiply. And if we see the word is, it's going to be an equal sign. And so we need to think, what is 14% of 84? So that's 14% times 84. So what is 40%? I keep saying 14, I meant 40. What is 40%? So 0.4 is the same as 40%. 40 is not the same as 40%. 40% turns into a decimal or a fraction, and when you turn it into a decimal, it does not come out as 40. The fraction version is 40 over 100, so that works. This is 84 divided by 40, so that's not correct. And then this bottom one is 0.4, so that's the correct decimal, times 84. And that tells me, oops, I saw the right numbers, but I had the wrong operation. It should have been multiply and not divide. So I go forward, and that's correct. Next, same thing. What is 10% of 33? So what is the fraction version? What is the decimal version? And are there any simplified versions? So this is 10%, but that's not 33. That's 33 hundredths. So that's wrong. Then this next one, it says 10 times 33. Well, that's 33, but that's not 10%. That's the number 10. So this one's also wrong. Following that, we see 1/10 times 33. Now, is 1/10 the same as 10%? I think it is, because 10% is 10 hundredths, which is the same as 1/10. What about 0.1 times 33? I think that works because it's 1/10 or 10 hundredths, which is the same as 10%. And then the obvious one is 10 hundredths. That's clearly percent means out of 100. And so that is 3 answers, and all of them are correct. Next, it says 70% of 80. So let's find the obvious fraction, and that's going to be A, because it's 70 out of 100. And we know that a percent is a fancy decimal, fancy fraction with a denominator of 100. Let's find the decimal version. That has the right decimal, but the wrong number. That should be 80, not 0.8. This has the right decimal and the right number, so C works. This has the right number, but not the right decimal or fraction, because that's just 70, not 70% or 70 hundredths. And this is correct because it's 7/10, and that's equivalent to 70%. Which of the following has the same value as 30% of 81? So let's find the obvious answer, has the correct fraction and the correct number. So this is 30 out of 100 with a denominator of 100, correct fraction, and the correct number. So A works. Next one, this is 30 or 3/10 as a decimal, which is the correct decimal and the correct number. So B works. Next, it's 0.03. That is not the correct decimal because that's 3 hundredths, not 30 hundredths. So this one does not work. The next one is 3/10, which is the same as 30 hundredths, and it has the correct number, so that's correct. And then this last one, we've already selected 3 answers, but that's not the correct percent or fraction or decimal. That's just 30 as a number, so that one is incorrect.